So, right now there are lots of social media platforms. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Pinterest, which people are still arguing if Pinterest is a social media platform or a search engine. But whatever it is, we're enjoying it, right? We have Snapchat, and these things keep pulling the attention of people. So sometimes you don't even know where to get started. I mean, the moment you're trying to get a hang of Facebook, Instagram is telling you, hey, we just did an update, you need to face here. And then the next is Snapchat is saying, oh, we are here, come this way. And you're confused. You really don't know where to go, where to get started. And the result of this sometimes, it leads to overwhelm. So there's some people who just say, okay, no, you see, I can't do this. Let me get away. And then we have the websites, we have newsletters, we have SMS. So brands and companies are coming from different angles to reach out to you. And you too, as a business owner, you are looking for ways to actually use these same platforms to reach out to your own customers. So what exactly is it going to be for you? And it's just simple. It's simple, and we're going to see the answer as we move forward. So now the difference between a customer and a consumer. Let me just give you a situation and know how many of you can relate to it. So sometimes you go on Facebook to post something, and then you check back in the next 5 minutes, and maybe you just see 5 likes. You check back in the next 10 minutes, oh, 7 likes, okay. In the next 1 hour, still 7 likes, okay. How many of us feel that way sometimes? How many of us have noticed that, have experienced that? Good. But if you really want to know if you have consumers, the likes are not enough. Sometimes your consumers don't even have the time to like. They just see your product or your service or what it is you're talking about, and they head on to pay. So your consumer is that one who brings money, who puts his or her hands inside his or her pocket or her bag or her purse and pays you. Your customers are those ones who will always, well done, money, well done, you're doing a good job, keep it up, we're rooting for you, and they use words like deep, oh, very serious, nice, well done. Those are your customers. They are your fans.
Bad.
They're your fans. Whatever you post, whether it makes sense to them or not, they will definitely come to say, oh, deep, well done. But your consumer is that one who will patronize you, and those are the people that you should really face. Yes, you can nurture your customers to consumers, but then you are in business for a reason, money. So they're the ones you have to face, the consumers. So I hope we got that. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to dive right into choosing the right channels and how to go about this. How exactly do you choose the right channel? You don't choose the right channel because it's what you're comfortable with. No, you don't. You have to go right where your consumers are. You have to go even where your customers are. Those ones who are giving, it's really heartbreaking that you post something on social media and nobody's saying anything. Nobody's engaging, So sometimes some people just cool off with, okay, at least people are liking, okay, at least that's good for my heart, So the first thing you have to do is to identify your audience. You have to identify your audience. From the last session that I held, it was clear that some of us still don't understand our target audience. So for example, you ask somebody, so who are you designing this product for? Who is this service for? And say, oh, everybody. It can't be everybody. Even water isn't made for everybody. Because whether you like it or not, some people are still fans of soda. Some people would never take sachet water. Some people prefer bottled water. So you have to differentiate these things. And how exactly do you identify your audience? That brings us to the ideal consumer avatar. If you have a pen and a paper here, please raise your hands up. A pen and a paper. Good. So we're going to do a quick exercise. Imagine, visualize your ideal consumer. And I want you to give the person a name. Give the person a name. Kofi, Sarah, Sandra, Emmanuel, Manny, sorry I'm calling you. You know? So please give the person a name. Give the person a name. What's the gender of this person? Male, female? Write it down. How much do they earn? Very, very important. Because you can't design a $2,000 product for somebody who earns less than that amount. It doesn't make sense. So how much do they earn per month? Do they have side hustles? These are things that you have to ask yourself. Do they have side hustles? What social media platforms are they mostly on? So, for example, if your target audience are probably young women with children, say children from ages 2 to say 6, if they're your target audience, then it's most likely you find them on 2 platforms, Facebook or Instagram. Most likely you find them on those platforms. And even while they are on those platforms, you have to find out the time they are most active, so that you don't post when they are busy taking care of their children. They won't see the posts. So you have to figure these things out. I don't know what the time is like here, but where I come from, if you post, if your target audience if they're mothers, then you have to post anytime from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Why? Because at that time the children are at school, they are done with their chores, so they're just resting. Probably they're maybe they work from home, or maybe they are just housewives. So definitely from 10 to 12 they will be on their mobile phones, you know, checking out what they've missed and all that. Once it's past 12, you won't find them again until 8 p.m. You won't find them on social media again until 8 p.m. And why is that? Because they have to do school runs. They have to go pick their children from school. They have to make lunch. When the husband returns, they have to make dinner for him. And then maybe around 7 p.m., they have to put the children to bed, make them sleep. And so she eventually gets her own personal time from 8 p.m. So you see, these are things that you have to understand about your target audience. If your target audience is a busy entrepreneur, then you know the best times to catch them will be from 6 a.m. or even from 4 a.m. From 4 a.m. up to 8 a.m. And then the next time you see them will probably be from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And then lastly, in the evening, say around 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. So you have to figure out, you have to basically visualize and find out, you know, be in their shoes. Nobody stays on social media from morning till night unless they're totally jobless people, right? So you have to find out the times that they're always online. Even if you're a social media manager, sometimes you're not on social media for your own self. You're there either researching for your clients, finding out the right hashtags to use, what, you know. So nobody stays on social media from morning till night. It doesn't happen. So where do they live? Where do they live? If they live somewhere maybe where other rich people are, this will tell a whole lot, because you want to basically think like the rich as well. So this product I'm selling to them, aside the pricing, you know, what other thing will they benefit from it? These are things that you have to find out, okay? Do I have to deliver it to them? What's going to be the cost? You know, would there be a pickup location somewhere? These are things that you have to figure out. Are they single or married? Because if they're married, then it just tells you that, oh, you probably have to do extra marketing, because the mother or the father will be one, oh, school fees. If I buy this thing now, I'm not touching my money. you know. So you have to, this will help to inform your marketing. Unlike the single person who you may have to tell, well, there's this line we always use in marketing in Nigeria. We always